Chapter 12, June 10, Summer House, 3 a.m. Florence. For some strange reason, I couldn't sleep thinking about all that had transpired through the past 2 early morning conversations with Clayton. For years, I had assumed Clayton was a self-centered, egotistical jerk who was only out for number one and didn't care who he hurt. The last night of conversation taught me I was so wrong about him all these years. Clayton is a tortured soul. Lost, just like me. I couldn't help thinking that maybe it was destiny that brought us here. Who knows, maybe we would even actually become friends. I am still pinching myself over what I told him last night. Ever since Rachel betrayed me, I had been silent about it, and it's kind of freeing to know that someone else knows the truth and doesn't judge me for it. I didn't see Clayton at all today. As part of summer house activities, for one day the men and women split up. This year, the women went shopping and to the spa while the men went golfing and to the racetrack. All day, Clayton was on my mind. I wondered if he was all right or had flashbacks during the day or something. Suddenly, I had this overwhelming urge to see him and make sure he was okay. I crept out of bed, put on my robe, and headed down the hall to Clayton's room. When I got to his door, I knocked softly. Clayton, are you all right? Can I come in?" The answer came from the other side of the door. "How about we meet downstairs in the kitchen? Give me about 10 minutes. "No problem," I said. 10 minutes later, he was sitting across from me. "How was your day?" I asked. It was typical. A lot of boasting about whose horse was fastest and gloating about whose golf game was the best. He took a deep breath. "Seriously, the men in the house need to get lives or something else to do with their money. Most of the men spend $3,000 to $4,000 in one shot, and most of them did it more than once. Never mind the $50 a hole they bet each other. How about you? How was the rich female world of luxury spas and high-priced shoes?" "Oh, it was the usual competition about who looked better in what, and mindless gossip about who thought their husband was cheating on them, and who had proof that their husband was cheating on them, who gained weight, etc. You know, after hearing your story a couple nights ago, I just tuned the whole thing out. It was so frivolous and petty, it all got old pretty quickly." Clayton gave a laugh. "Can you believe that we grew up in that shit? It's no surprise I was messed up for years because of all the competition and petty jealousy of everyone here." "Tell me about it," I said. "I'm surprised that I made it out alive. All of the who's prettier, who's better at this, who is more accomplished at that, and the adults were no better than the kids were." "I know," he said, "and what's scary is nothing has changed. I haven't been back in 13 years, and it feels like I never left." "I'm with you there, all the way," he said. "It's like stepping back into a time warp where everything has changed except the summer house." "Why did you come back?" I asked. "You could have just stayed away." "To tell you the truth, I think I was running," he said. "The people here may be anal and self-centered, but at least I have something to do in the day, which keeps the nightmares at bay." "Speaking of that, how were you today with the flashbacks? Do you ever get that in the day or just at night?" "I get them any time, but it's usually when I'm alone and the shadows crowd on me and threaten to take me to a place where I can't get out of." "Wow, I can't even imagine what that must be like for you," I said. "But the worst part is that sometimes I feel like I'm right back outside the school in Afghanistan, seeing Sarah fall to the ground covered in blood and Paul get shot, struggling to take his last breath. Must be awful." "It is. But sadly, I've gotten kind of used to it. It's like I've been dealing with pain for so long that it's just become a part of me, like the pictures of Sarah and Paul are so entrenched in my memory that I just take them with me without thinking about it." "That's so tragic. It really is." I took a deep breath. It's scary when dysfunction becomes so normal that a person doesn't know what normal is anymore. "I know what you mean," I agreed. "It's almost like I'm so used to hiding that it would be strange to come out and be who I really am. But I worry I will be even more ostracized by my mother and those around me." "Do you ever feel like you had to go to war and experience all the stuff you did with Sarah and Paul to be able to become your real self? Not that I'm saying that their deaths were a good thing. I'm just saying, before you met them, you probably felt just like I did, having no real family or friends, and that you would do anything to make your parents happy. From what you told me a few days ago, it sounds like both Paul and Sarah were the only ones in your life that you could finally breathe around. The first ones that you could say, "Hey guys, I'm going through hell today, help me." That is so true, he said with a laugh. I often think, if they were here, or at least one of them had survived and I had PTSD, I could say to them, "Hey, I need you to come over, I'm having another attack." Or call one of them on the phone just to talk and see what was going on with them. It would be so great. I'm not saying that I would be cured of PTSD, but I think it would definitely help having someone to talk to and having real friends who actually care about me. My heart went out to Clayton, and before I knew what I was doing, I was saying, I could be your friend, somebody you could talk to when things are getting rough, or to call when you want to give someone a hard time or joke around with. I haven't been through war, but I would be happy to be there to just listen sometime when you need someone. He looked stunned at my suggestion. Or we don't have to, I added quickly. It's up to you, but I just thought, you would really do that for me? Sure, why not? We're both screwed up. We could both use a friend right now. I'm not saying that you have to be there for me like that, because I'm sure you're busy with your own life. But if you wanted someone when you were having nightmares, you could either call or text me just to talk. Or if you were having a bad day and just needed to vent about something, I'd be happy to be there just to listen and give my thoughts. But it's totally up to you. And if you say yes and we exchange information, don't think because I'm offering that, you have to do the same. Clayton reached over and put his hand on mine. You're something special, Florence Kelly. You know that, I laughed. And of course, if we do this friendship thing, you can be assured that it will go both ways. If you are having a bad day or just need to talk or anything is draining your energy, just call, text, or email me. We exchanged info and then we both went to bed. I wasn't really sure where this thing with Clayton was headed, but I wasn't going to think about it too much. I was just going to sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride.